Thank you. Thank you, Senators. We really appreciate the opportunity to share today. The Downriver Community Conference has been around for almost 50 years, and our oldest program, Downriver Mutual Aid, is 10 years older than that. So we really are a long-standing really force of stability in our region. We service 20 communities and over 530 residents in Southeast Michigan in Wayne County. Because we've been around for so long, and we've actually been in our current facility since 1984, that building was constructed in the early 1950s. All of our grants and programs and funding we receive go to our services. So we really wouldn't have undertaken a project such as this without the championing and support and encouragement from Senator Camilleri. Our project that was cut last week was for the construction, reconstruction, and improvements on a new headquarters facility to be improved upon and really create a state-of-the-art workforce development, service center, and public safety headquarters for our region. Our contract with the state was signed in 2024, but it was actually signed through 2028. If we would have had 1 year to spend our funds, we would have spent our funds. We are meticulous with our bookkeeping, with our grant reporting requirements, but we had a signed agreement that went through 2028. This historic investment in Downriver was for $6.5 million, of which we have spent over $5 million already. We have been in the process. We are undergoing construction currently. But we are owed over $800,000 still that we have submitted to the state for payment. Over $800,000 that our organization absolutely does not have to float. We are very, very concerned right now on the future of this construction project and the impact that it may have to our organization. We must be out of our current facility by the end of February. Our expected move, as things were going on track before last week, was to make this move hopefully in the next 4 to 6 weeks, around January. So we are so, so close. But as of last week now, we have had the rug completely pulled out from under us. We don't know what we're going to do. We don't have heat on 2 of the 3 floors. We have significant construction that is reliant upon the heat getting in, the HVAC system, in order to complete some of these finishing carpentry projects. We serve hundreds of people a day. Last year, we served 17,000 residents. People are dependent upon us for their workforce, for their training, and this cut really jeopardizes what we will be able to offer, if anything, in the future. So I want to give my colleague time to speak as well on that's the impacts to our organization and those services. But a primary goal of this project is our public safety headquarters. And I want Mr. Matthews to talk about the impacts to public safety and the health and safety of our communities should this project not move forward.
Yes, thank you, Jasmine, and thank you to the Senate Subcommittee for hearing from us. The Downriver Mutual Aid, as Jasmine has said, is part of the DCC, but we concentrate on police, fire, and EMS services. We are partners with 16 communities downriver, and those include Allen Park, Brownstown, Ecorse, Flat Rock, Gibraltar, Groseal, Lincoln Park, Melvindale, River Rouge, Riverview, Rockwood, Southgate, Taylor, Trenton, Woodhaven, and Wyandotte. That serves over 300,000 residents and over 124 square miles of Southeast Michigan. Part of our goal is to find enhancements to public safety so that we can provide better service to our residents. And back in 2022, the Downriver Mutual Aid, along with DCC, commissioned Mission Critical Partners to determine the feasibility of a consolidation of a public safety answering position at the 2121 Biddle Street and Wyandotte. Mission Critical determined that a consolidated PSAP under the governance of the DMA was the most appropriate and best use of funds to get this mission accomplished. The current PSAPs, I mean, there's 16 of that, 7 of those are single seat PSAPs. That means there's one dispatcher sitting there answering police, fire, and EMS, and any call that is catastrophic or of an emergency medical dispatching nature can overwhelm that dispatcher. Our facility is built to have all those dispatchers in one location where they can help each other, and we can provide a better and greater service to the residents of the downriver area. As Jasmine stated, we're in the same building as they are, and the construction is about 80% completed. One of the big ones is the escape stairwell that leads between the third floor and the basement. That's not done. Until that's done, this building cannot open. And that's a significant cost that we have not been able to get paid for. Also part of that is we have to have a 24-hour backup generator to run the PSAP, and there's $300,000 outstanding on that when that generator gets commissioned. That's due to be commissioned this Saturday. But those funds are not going to be available for us, so we're not going to be able to go forward with this commissioning unless we find to take some way to bring that money from another portion, and what would deplete the needs that we have to run the dispatch center. So we also have some infrastructure needs that we're waiting to get done. As we do these, we do RFPs on all this. We want to be good stewards of the public's money, and as those RFPs are being done and evaluation of the projects that's awarded, it takes some time. It doesn't get done in a week. It sometimes takes up to 3 months to do this. We've been diligent about that, and now that we've seen these sign the contracts, we don't know that we're going to have the money to pay these, and we're not going to be able to open. So we need to have these funds that were promised to us by the state of Michigan through this grant. And to pull those funds as of last week, we don't know when we're going to open, and without opening, that puts the safety of the public of the downriver area at some jeopardy. Thank you.
Thank you both so much for your testimony. Senator Camilleri.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you both for being here. You know, when we first won this grant in '24, it was with great joy that we came back to the downriver community, all of our communities, the hundreds of thousands of residents that we serve, with the ability to talk about this large public safety program, but also the workforce development, small business grants, veteran services that the DCC all provides. And it was one of those things where, honestly, one of my proudest moments in the legislature to bring back this funding, because I know that this amazing nonpartisan entity that is led by a board of directors of all of our local municipalities felt like they were heard out of the Capitol. For the first time in who knows how long, our region received specific funding for a project that they've been advocating for a really long time. And to have that trust broken was heartbreaking this past week, and to be in a situation where we're now, again, trying to just fight for a project that keeps people safe and gives people jobs and gives access to services for veterans is really unconscionable that we're at this point. And so I'm very sorry, even though it wasn't us who did it here in the Senate, but just know, like my colleagues, we're going to fight every day to make sure that we restore these funds and make sure this project goes on without a hitch, because the safety of our residents is really who we should all be thinking about, and this funding is really important for that. My question, and then would be happy if anybody else has something to add, but really just focuses on that piece. What did this mean for downriver that we got this type of funding to support a large project for our region?
I'll start off. This really, as I said, is unprecedented, and it really gave our downriver residents and our organization a home that we were wanting to showcase that the downriver residents deserved. The facility that we're in currently, pipes are bursting. It's, we're on top of each other. There's, not enough space for the actual number of residents that we're wanting to serve on a regular basis. The technology was completely outdated. So this is a secure, new, improved building that we felt that downriver could be proud to come and get the services that they needed. So it's more than just a building. And we wanted it to be a welcoming, safe place that people can come when they are in need and feel that they can get the help that they deserve, really. But the aspects of having a state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line public safety facility, we built this in a way and designed it in a way that would be accessible for future disasters as well. We wanted it to be future-proof. We wanted it to have space in order that it could become an emergency operations center should a disaster, God forbid, ever happen in our region. We built it with space and technology and capabilities that would service the whole county or a even larger region if it would be needed. So we were doing this in a very thoughtful and strategic way that was, mindful of our dollars in being able to meet current and future needs.
Yes, and the police and fire chiefs, which were stakeholders as we designed and built this public safety answering position, as we said, we're 80% built. They have come, they have visited. The police and fire chiefs are excited. They want this done. They understand the need. They understand what it takes to have a dispatcher that can answer all the questions they have while they're out in the field so they can concentrate on what's going on. The fire chiefs can concentrate on the building fire, the police can concentrate on that, and they know that they're going to have people in-house that are going to be able to relay this information and get any resources they need. So they're all excited to get this going. And to put this on the back burner now and wait for funding is going to be very disheartening to those chiefs.